Hello, I'm Glennie Jones, and I graduated from Oklahoma State University with a degree in radio and television. And after I graduated, I worked for my father for about 6 months, and I took the Junior League Provisional course in Tulsa. And so after I got completed all that, one day I thought I need to get into my field, radio and television. So I came down to Oklahoma City, and I walked into KOCO and met Mike Palmer and interviewed with him. It was an impromptu interview, and 20 minutes later I had a job at KOCO Channel 5 here in Oklahoma City. So I guess it was 2-3 weeks later I moved down, and I worked there for several months, and then I left there, and 2 weeks later I started at Channel 9, and I was there for 11 years, less a month. And I worked in the traffic department, also at Channel 5 and then Channel 9. I worked with Billy Foreman. She was my supervisor for those nearly 11 years. And scheduled all the commercials, worked with advertising agencies. And it was a very busy job, but we got the logs out, and so it was a good experience. Jack DeLear was the general manager during the time that I was there, and he was very nice to work for. And I remember all the salesmen as they brought in commercials after they sold commercials to be run, and I worked with all the advertising agencies getting the tapes in, or the films. They had sound on films, and VCRs is what they called them, the tapes, to run the commercials. They didn't have all the electronic things they have now, but as the years went by, all the equipment in the station was updated, and this was way before the internet, though. But let's see, while I was there for a couple of years, I think Mike DeLear, Jack DeLear's son, came and was part of the staff there. So I was there almost 11 years, and Jack DeLear was there the entire time that I was. And let's see, we had some wonderful Christmas parties. I remember going to the Oklahoma City Golf and Country Club for a few of the Christmas parties through the years. And it was a good staff, and we got a lot of work done, and also worked in with Charlie Younger, and he headed the promotion department at the time, and some of the other staff that was there. And also worked with the other stations. There was Channel 4 and Channel 5 when we'd get in masters from an advertising agency that had recorded some commercials. We'd get them and dub them off and then send them on to the next station. So I also worked with the pages that would pick the masters up from one station and bring it over. We'd dub it and they'd take it on to the next station. So there was a lot of detailed work. We also did public service announcements. Channel 9 was supportive of the community. So anyway, it was a busy job. In May of 1980, or I guess in the summer before that, I met a nice gentleman, Phil Jones, and we started dating. And then in May of 1980, I got married, and I decided I worked for 12 years straight and just wanted to stay at home for a while and see how married life was. And as I said, I joined the Junior League in Tulsa, and I always had worked and couldn't participate too much in some of the community projects that they had. So I thought if I was ever going to get more involved, this would be the time to do it. So I worked at Baptist Hospital in the burn center as a volunteer, and one of the downtown clinics, and I did puppets at schools, and so I did several projects in the community during that time, and got on some of the committees with the Junior League. I'll always remember the nice people and the wonderful times I had at KWTV.